Oh, thank you. Yeah, let's get this done. Giselle, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so Whippy Island. Diana was sitting on the dock and noticed the tide was 2.8 feet. The tide. Anyway, something about the tide. She said the tide, so blah, blah.
Little munchkin legs.
Anyway, so all right, let's go ahead and draw this out. All right, so I'm going to go 3, -3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 a.m., 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, noon, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 is like 6 p.m., 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, midnight again. Okay, how am I doing?
Slow.
So I'm going to put a dot at high tide and 7:45, about there. That's 7:45. So from high tide to low tide, it's 7 3/4 hour. 7 3/4 hour. So as a decimal, that's 7.75 hours as a decimal, not as time, but as a decimal, 3/4 of an hour. Okay? So the next high tide should be another 7.75, which is a total of 15 1/2 hours. Okay? So 15 1/2 be 13, 14, 15 is right about there. So the next high tide is at 3:30. So if I draw it in, it looks something like this. It keeps going. So a half tide, high tide to low tide, is 7 3/4 hour. Then from low tide to high tide is another 7 3/4 hours. So the entire tide, the width of one full tide, is 15 1/2 hours. So if I go 15 1/2 hours, it puts me at my next high tide at 3:30 p.m. Okay? Now the equation. Well, it looks like it's got to be a water slide, which is the cosine curve. So I'm going to start off with y equals a cosine of bx. We'll just start there. Okay. The amplitude I know. The amplitude is 2.8. Y equals 2.8 cosine of bx. Okay, am I doing okay? Yeah. Now the b is always 2 pi divided by the width. How wide is one full curve? Yeah, 15.5. So my b is 2 pi divided by 15.5, and I'll put that right there, and my equation is y equals 2.8 cosine 2 pi divided by 15.5. And that is the equation of this tide. Thank you. Thank you. That's all I have.
Hold on. Wait. Whoa! 3:30.
Okay, I think you should do the homework I give you.